Hello, hello, hello. We are just gonna wait a little bit until we get some more people jumping on here. But in the meantime, I want to know, how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing tonight? I know it's been a rough excuse me. It's been a rough few days, huh, guys? Hello from Australia. I have never been to Australia, but I've always wanted to go. Hi, Latrice. Hi, butterflies are free. Hi, Marcia. Okay, you guys. All right. Let's see here. John, lots of snow. Where are you? Hey, Zen. One of my predictions, I think it was for 2025, was that there was going to be snow where there isn't normally snow. And there's like snow in Florida right now and snow in parts of Texas that don't get snow. It's crazy. Norfolk. Oh, Virginia, good. I'm glad you're in a good mood. Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Okay, I actually used to live in Florida. It is Wednesday. I have lost track of the days too, you guys. It has been a super, super crazy few days. It really has been. If I seemed completely out of it, I am. I'm super tired. I've gotten by on like no sleep. My son ended up getting sick Sunday night, like Monday morning, like at 2 a.m. And I ended up taking him to the emergency room about 4:30 in the morning. And he had a gallbladder attack and had to have his gallbladder out. It was really bad. So, and then they kept him overnight. So we spent like a night or two in the hospital. So he got home yesterday. But he's doing really, really good. He's doing really good now. Marcia is in San Diego. Marcia, I'm in Yuma. We're like 2.5 hours away from each other. Yeah, John, I know. Yeah, not. It was, it was funny because I was really, really dreading um Monday. Was that the not? Yeah, Monday was the inauguration. So I was really, really, really dreading it. And I wasn't going to. Thank you, MJag. I wasn't going to watch it, and I wasn't really going to watch news coverage of it. I was just going to watch the like highlights, and but I was really like uneasy with it. And then my son ended up being in the hospital. So even though I would never want that for my son, it was nice to have the distraction, I guess. So I didn't even have to focus on it at all. I was completely focused on something else. Thank you guys so much for your kind wishes for my kiddo. Everybody in our family, our gallbladders go bad. So my dad, my grandma, my aunts, they all have theirs out. My oldest son, my 27-year-old, he had his out a couple of years ago. My 20-year-old hasn't, but Bryant, my 13-year-old, he has. And Lola, my little girl, she's 11. And the surgeon was laughing. The surgeon's like, okay, well, I guess we'll see your daughter in a year. So yeah, Serenity, that's how I feel. I can't. So during the last Trump presidency, I really detached from all news about him because I just couldn't give my energy. I couldn't, it was too much, it was too much. It's really, thank you guys so much for your prayers for my son. It's what's really been shocking to me is how emboldened people are already. So I've had people on Facebook just come for me, Trumpers. And it's like, you know what? You don't get that right to talk to me about anything ever. like your ability to judge me on my morals or my opinions or anything, like you've lost that right, and now you're blocked. I did a massive purge. I had blocked everybody or gotten, unfriended everybody in 2016, the first time this happened. And then but I made some new friends, or some people slipped through the cracks, and so I had to do a new purge. And then I did the same thing for my phone. I went through my phone and I just got rid of people. Yeah, it is a lot. Sorry, you guys, my dogs. Guys, stop. They're just looking at me, you guys. They're so funny. They're dogs. So their brother and sister, and they're not just brother and sister, they're litter mates. So when you have litter mates as pets, a lot of times they'll say like they don't recommend that you get litter mates at the same time, because it requires, it's like you have to be careful, right? Because they develop really bad habits that they usually break when they're separated from like their pack or whatever, So they're behind me and they're gonna go crazy. So we've had to be really careful with them, making sure that they don't develop those like super bad habits. But they are so funny. Like litter mates will play in ways that like my little camera's doing weird stuff. Lock in right here. Oh, now you can see my puppies. No, I don't want you to go that way. I want you to go this way. Here. My camera senses me, so it wants to move. So, oh my gosh, having litter mates is so funny. Like they have to like fight with each other, and they do this thing where they like take their jaws and they like open their mouths and these like teeth, and then they like twist their heads, and then they lock onto each other and they just shake each other, and it looks horrible, and they make these terrible sounds. They love it. They think it's the funniest thing or the most fun thing ever. They do it all the time, every night. Yeah, Serenity, 100%. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marcia, I think it's really easy and really natural to go really numb. I think a lot of us are kind of in that space. So, Marcia, were you the one who lives in San Diego? Someone said they live in San Diego. Yes, Marcia. So you're in San Diego. You're like me. You're in a border city. So I'm in Yuma. And I'm really concerned about what's going to start happening to my neighbors, like perfect example. My son, just in the hospital, just had surgery. The people who cared for my son were Mexican immigrants. The people who came in and were cleaning the hospital, I'm sure, are undocumented workers. And those people were so amazing and so kind to my son. And just like the thought that those people are going to be rounded up. What we're seeing right now is blatant racism. People are just so emboldened to be racist, and they're letting it all out, and that's what they're fine with. And it's just it was like this last time Trump was in office, and it's going to be worse, because with the release of, or the whatever he did with all the January 6th people, convicted criminals, all of the commuting of sentences and all that stuff, and dismissal of charges, and basically just letting them all walk scot-free. They're so emboldened now. I saw one guy being interviewed, and he was saying like that they were there to protect the police, and that's all they were trying to do. This was like the head guy of the Oath Keepers, and they were just fighting Antifa. Shut the fuck up, excuse my language, but seriously, like this whole Antifa, it was Antifa. Yeah. Okay. Sabia, you said businesses hiring undocumented workers need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Let me tell you something. If that were to happen, then you will pay $12 an apple. You benefit from undocumented workers every single day, and you don't even know. So educate yourself. Hi, Nathan. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. So yeah, I thought we would just jump in. I'm a little early, so we're gonna start off with it's going to be open to everybody. Normally, so I have my members only live. We're gonna start off the first 30 minutes. We're gonna keep it open for everyone, and then after that, then the chat is gonna switch to just available for people who are members of the channel so that they get their one-on-one time. If you are interested in that, the link to join is on. Let me put the link to join in the description. Give me just a second, you guys. Let's see how techie I am. Oh, I already did it. Yay. Okay, so the link to join is already in the description box. So if you're interested in that, you can jump in there. But like I said, we're going to do the first 30 minutes. We're going to keep it open for everybody. So yeah, we can just kind of do whatever you guys want to do. We can wait for more people to get on, or if some of you guys have some questions, we can. Thank you, Nathan. That's the link to my website if you guys are interested in personal readings, or if you're ever curious to know what cards I use, I link them all on my website. So what do you guys want to look at? And here's the thing too, if you guys are trumped out, which I think a lot of us are, we can look at things tonight that are completely not Trump related. So I just want you guys to know that this is like a safe space for you to hang out tonight, and let's do what you all need for yourselves. So if it's to vent and to talk, or to, express your concerns or whatever, we can, this is a place we can do that. And if you have a question and you want to talk about something that's completely unrelated, we can do that as well. Okay. What we want to do is be a good Sage and Isis. Sage. Oh, she's so mad. She wants to lay it down now. And he's like, no, I want to play. So she's trying to bite his face. Zen, I did too. I went back and watched it today, I think is when I watched it. I haven't done any research into the Anne Rule Haynes report. I've heard of it, SD, but I haven't really looked at that. This is what I'll tell you guys that I've seen from what I've looked at in the cards. So I knew that he was going to get inaugurated. John, good question. We'll look at that. So I knew he was going to get inaugurated. I knew he was. And you know what I want to know what you guys think about this. So a lot of people, a lot of different tarot card readers were saying that at the last minute, someone was going to come in, there's going to be these reports, like all this false hope, and then it didn't happen. And I've looked at these other readers, and I haven't seen any fallout from it, but I've had people, I've lost a lot of subscribers, which is, it's totally fine. I get it. Some people like my stuff and they don't like my stuff. And sometimes, it's like, if they need a break from politics, I get it. But I've had some people leave some real shitty comments, like nothing you say comes true. And it's like, okay, wait, whoa, what? First of all, hi, be nice. Second of all, go back and take a look, because yes, there were a lot of predictions that came true. I predicted the week that the Ukraine first attacked Russia. There's a lot of other things in there. Earthquakes, volcanoes, all kinds of stuff. You guys know that. You guys have been with me for a while. But this is the other thing. Energy change all the time. I tell you guys that, and you guys know that, but other people don't seem to understand it. So, and sometimes I just don't read the energy right. I'm not, I don't get it right 1,000% of the time. I don't. I'm a human. I'm a human trying to understand energy, and it can be really tough. So I can get stuff wrong. So I've had people just like rip into me lately, and I'm just like, you can just leave. Like, it is crazy. And like I said, it goes back to people being really emboldened. Now that Trump's in office, it's like everyone feels like that they can just be super rude. And it's like this, I don't know, it's weird. Nathan, I'm so sorry. This is the thing, Nathan, that I will say. And this is like, I say this all the time, and this is, again, easier said than done. But if you focus on the fear and you live in the fear all of the time, then what you are doing is emanating that energy. And remember, like attracts like. So whatever we're putting out is what we're getting back. So if you're in fear, then you're attracting more things in your life to be afraid of. Don't worry about things, again, easier said than done, but do not worry about things that you cannot change until they happen. Don't worry about it in advance. There is no reason, because there's nothing you can do about it. Instead, take that time and focus that energy on raising your vibration. So we need good energy out there to help counteract the negative energy. So that can be finding whatever it is that you're passionate about, Nathan, whatever it is. Like if you like to, Lily, if you like to draw, or if you like to paint, or if you like to write, or if you like to, whatever your passion is, spend the time when you are stressing, spend more time doing those activities to raise your vibration, because it's going to be better for your health. But also, Lily, sorry, you guys, come here, Sage and Isis. Guys, stop. Anyway, sorry, Nathan. If you can spend energy in those positive things that you like, things that you enjoy, then you're going to attract more positivity in your life and more things that you enjoy. So like I say, we determine our experience. Our experience can be good, or our experience can be bad, or it can, be in between. But don't create a negative experience for you. Dogs, stop. Okay. Let's see. Nathan, you have to stop that. Okay, this is unhealthy what you're saying. Like, I feel like I didn't do enough to help Harris win. There is nothing you by yourself could have done, and this is spending your energy in not a healthy place. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's take a look, John. John had a question about healthcare under Kennedy, and our price is going to go up for prescriptions. I can tell you already, prices are going to go up because Trump got rid of he repealed the limits, the caps on prescription drugs. So yeah, that's going to go up. I'm real curious to know if RFK is going to be confirmed. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Look at this. Look how fancy I am, you guys. I can toggle between one screen or split screen. I feel very fancy. Okay. So what I want to look at is, first, is RFK going to be confirmed? Is RFK going to be confirmed? 2 cards. Is RFK going to be confirmed? Knight of Wands reversed. And the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think so. Because this is about a passion project, something he's passionate about. And he's got all those beliefs, that he's passionate about. And this 10 of Pentacles, this is about financial success, success in career. It's about stability. It's also about like family success. So it's this dogs. Hey, it's this lineage. So it's like this the dynasty of the Kennedys. That's the only reason that Trump is putting him in there. We have the lovers reverse though. So he may not be in the position long. Trump may put him in the position, he gets confirmed, but then something happens and he's ousted with those lovers reversed. Okay, so now if Kennedy is the I forget what the title is. If he gets confirmed as was it the Director of Human Services? Is that the official title, I believe? What will that look like for the American people? What will the energy of that be for the American people, please? 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards. Page of Cups. So this is what they're going to do. They're going to offer it's going to be like this offer of, we're going to give you something better than you've had. We're going to do things better for you. We're going to do these things because this is what is in your best interest. But meanwhile, they're over here being sneaky. It's a grift. It's a conflict. And there's going to be a lot of infighting everywhere. A lot of people being sneaky, a lot of people being bullies, a lot of people just outright lying. And it's not going to be successful. People are going to be manipulated. People are going to be lied to. People are going to be conned by these, by really anyone that's tied to it, conned by the pharmaceutical, big pharma, being able to get their cut, healthcare systems. It's, yeah, we're in for a rough 4 years. Okay, I want to do something really quick before we get too far ahead. So we are going to do, we're going to do a goal. Okay. So tonight, here's the thing. Hold on one second. So I have had a few people ask me about doing live channeling sessions. So this is what I've decided to do tonight. I'm setting a goal, and there are, if I get 10 super chats tonight, then I will do a live channeling session, and I will pick people out of the chat. So if you're interested in doing that, that's the goal that we're doing. Okay, so now let's go back to the chat, and so I can look at your guys' questions here. Okay. John, that's great advice for Nathan. Yeah, to focus on yourself and your dreams. That's really great. I know, Nathan. We're all sad. It's okay. You're not alone. You are really not alone. And there's a lot of people that are going to be called to action to protect marginalized communities. There was a lot of just really amazing grassroots organization that happened last time Trump was in office. And I feel like there's going to be a lot, yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of, sorry guys. I so cannot multitask. I need to stop. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for people to come together and really rally around different groups of people, and especially marginalized communities. So look for your people, Nathan. Look for your tribe. Oh my gosh, I know that when I heard that he got us out of the World Health Organization, I was just like, what are you even? But I'm not surprised. Biden was smart to preemptively pardon Fauci. It didn't even cross my mind that he would go after Fauci. But then when I read that, I was like, good thinking. Yeah, Deb K said exactly what I just said. Exactly. Yes, that there's a lot of allies that are going to be right there. Okay. Okay, so just for fun, the thing about someone read that the UN would be bringing information forward. Have you seen that anywhere in the cards? I'm going to tell you no. I have not seen anyone. Here, let me switch my camera. I have not seen anyone um, intervening in this as of now. Okay, as of now, I have not seen that. Now, energies change and things change. That does not mean that that won't happen. I just personally have not seen it. What I have seen and what I'm picking up on is Trump will not be in office long, but Trump is not the scariest part of this whole thing. It's the people behind him. And I'm talking about like they want to talk about the deep state. The deep state exists on both sides. And it's those people. And it's those people that run there's this Catholic organization called Opus Dei, and they're research them. That's scary. They have basically handpicked our entire conservative Supreme Court. It's just the corruption is unreal. It's unreal. So I don't see Trump being in office very long. What I see happening is I don't know. I've kind of almost felt like okay, for entertainment purposes only, you guys. But what I really see happening is I see there's going to be a major earthquake in the middle of again, this is for entertainment purposes only, but this is what I feel. I feel like there's going to be a major earthquake on the New Madrid fault line. It's going to cause damage that's going to massive catastrophic damage. And I feel like there's going to be some events that happen, and I could see Trump being taken out, but I haven't seen Vance really as being president. And what I'm thinking is they're both going to be taken out. And I think we're going to see some domestic attacks. And I'm almost wondering if we are going to be between leadership. I think that the way that we look at government, I think it's going to completely change. I think this is going to be a really, really bad couple of years. But again, this is something that I feel like has been fated and needs to happen. And so I don't think that I think it's going to get a whole lot worse, but I don't think it's going to be the problems we think it's going to be. I think we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of, I think this stuff, as important and catastrophic as it is, I think this stuff is going to be pushed to the side because I think we're going to be dealing with like some major national security stuff. Okay. But no, I haven't seen anything with like NATO, UN, nothing. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Do you guys want to look at Kamala? Okay, so if Trump and Vance are both taken out, then the next person who steps in is Speaker of the House. That's the line of succession. So that's why Speaker of the House is incredibly important, because if something happens to Trump and something happens to Vance, then right now the president would be Mike Johnson. Hey Zen, I'll pull a couple cards, but I will tell you, I have not seen it. I do not see the Democrats taking back power. I don't see it because there's some really bad stuff that's going to happen that has to happen. This is like stuff that's been faded. This is stuff that's been talked about for a long time. This is, we're about to see some major stuff, and I don't see Kamala. Okay, so I want 3 cards. 3 cards. Will Kamala be in office? That's too many. Will Kamala be in office in February? Will Kamala be in office as president in February? No, this is being so 8 of Swords is being confined, and a lot of times it's a confinement of our own making. Um, but it's this inability to be able to see a way out of a situation. And this is very much, I'm sure, the energy she's in. Like, what do I do from here? Where do I go? What's next for me? I do not see her. I could be wrong, but I do not see her running for governor at all. She has surpassed that. As vice president, she's not going to take a step backward. As governor, she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. Wheel of Fortune is interesting energy because Wheel of Fortune is, luck can change in a moment. Energy can change at any time, but that goes both ways, right? And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that it's incredibly unpredictable. But the final card here is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about having to surrender to what is. She is being forced to surrender to this current situation. It's about a deep sacrifice. I believe she knows she won the election. I believe everyone knows she won the election. But I just feel like, again, this is playing out because this is how it has to play out. And that's why all of us are like, why is this happening? Because we can all see it. But man, when stuff's faded, it just is faded. And it's like you've got like, kind of your path, but then you've got and you have your free will and your choices, but there are certain little things along the way that are little like checkpoints. And then all of the little options kind of go off that, but you hit all of those little checkpoints along the way. And this is one of those checkpoints. Sorry, Zen. I know. Yes, just for fun. It goes to the Speaker of the House next. Let's see. Listen, don't lose hope because never lose hope. If you are going to lose hope because your person didn't win the presidency and there's this vile, orange, wretched, whatever in office, don't lose hope. Like, come on now. If you lose hope, guess what? They win. Great. No. This needs to fire you up. Fire you up. Okay? Because there are things that can happen. We have midterms in 2 years. This is about talking to people, getting the word out, making sure people are educated, making sure people have all of the information, doing it in a way that's not threatening. It's really hard. I know if you were like me, there's times where I just want to like scream at people, like, why don't you understand how like dumb these beliefs are? But then it's like, we have to understand that not everyone is where we are. So we have to meet people where they are. So we've got 2 years to educate all of our friends and family that are Trumpers in a gentle way so that we can right this shit. Because if we're all just going to give up, well, shoot, sorry. I just came hard for you guys, but listen, this is a pep talk. We're going to, it's okay to be sad, but we don't give up around here. Hi, Beyond the Universe. I just jumped on early. You didn't miss much. I've just been chatting about the usual stuff. The only things that you guys missed if you jumped on, the first thing I talked about, and I'll say it again. If I seem, I'm gonna have like very no patience. I'm gonna have no filter, I think is what's happening. My son, my 13-year-old, of my 4 kids, he's my number 3. So he's my youngest boy. He ended up needing to go to the hospital Sunday night, and he was in terrible pain, and he ended up having his gallbladder was going bad. So he had to have emergency surgery on Monday and was in the hospital until yesterday. So he's home. He's doing great. He's healing, and they made me go get boba. So he's drinking boba and he's happy as a little clam. But yes, so I am exhausted. I have had like no sleep because Sunday night into Monday morning, I slept in the emergency department in a chair. And then on Monday night, I slept, or Tuesday night, Monday night, I don't know. The second night, Monday night, I slept on, there's like a little pull-out bed thing in the peds unit, but it was not comfy. And the nurses come in like every, hour and a half, so you don't sleep. Yes, fated. It does. It means in our destiny. It's like this fated is a term I use a lot. It's like a term that's you hear it a lot in Greek mythology, where it's like it's your fate, it's your destiny. Thank you, Beyond the Universe. I appreciate you. Oh, fated. No, fated. Okay, Nathan. So, will PA take action due to Trump's comment that Elon helped him win? Let's look at that because I haven't looked at that. That's a great question, Nathan. What's going on, Pennsylvania? I swear those dinguses. And Elon with his Heil Hitler salute. What I don't understand is these people are like so anti-migrant, right? Immigrant. And they're like running them out of the country. But Elon Musk is an immigrant. Donald Trump's wife is an immigrant. What in the heck is going on? Like, hello? The hypocrisy of it all. Ugh, just telling you guys. And just to remind you guys, we have a goal that we're doing. So if we get 20 super chats, or no, 10 super chats. 10 super chats, I think it was in an hour, then what the little prize for that will be is I will do a live channeling session for you guys. Those are interesting. I channel. What's really weird is when I channel people who have passed, they usually come through with weird animal stuff. So like I usually can pick up like what kind of an animal they had, or if there was an issue around an animal when they passed, or it's like they always want to talk to me about their animals. Okay, let's take a look at Pennsylvania. What are they going to do? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is what I think is going to happen based on what I'm seeing here. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to do this whole like, oh yeah, we're going to look into it. And maybe they will look into it because the Six of Pentacles, it's about being generous. So it's about, giving. But the other thing about the Six of Pentacles is that if you see he's holding a scale, it's about justice, it's about balance, and it's about fairness. So I do think that there probably are people looking into it. However, I don't think that they are going to be successful in finding anything because we have this Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. Now, aces, typically when they're upright, these are different kinds of offers. Each ace kind of represents a different sort of offer. And the Ace of Pentacles, when it's reversed, this is an offer that does not come to fruition. It's a missed opportunity. So I believe this is a missed opportunity to find the cheating. It talks about a lack of planning, a lack of foresight. So I feel like this is going to be an inability to understand how to crack the way they did it. So they're not going to be able to like figure out technology wise how it was done. Like if they did some kind of a forensic audit or investigation, they're not going to find the way that it was done. Ace of Wands, this is a lack of clarity. So not getting answers. And I think that whoever's going to do the investigation, there's going to be a complete lack of passion. They're not really going to care. So they're not going to put a ton of effort into it, unfortunately, right? Again, the reason why is I feel like because this is fated, not fated, fated. And I think we're going to see every little, not to be a Debbie Downer, okay, but let me be a Debbie Downer. I feel like we're going to see little things that are going to give us like little crumbs of hope. Like, okay, he totally admitted that they rigged the election. Okay, maybe that's going to be what happens. And then we're not going to, it's not going to go anywhere. And then they're going to do something else where it's like, okay, they totally broke the law in front of everybody. Now they're going to get him. Nothing happens. I feel like it's just, we are in a position as Americans where there is no accountability anymore. There are no morals anymore. People lack compassion for one another. And it's really sad. So, Colin, to get him out, the way to get him out now is that he has to be, in order for him to be removed from office, there's a couple different options, okay? He would have to do something illegal, something new, illegal, which he does every day, but then he would have to be tried or brought up on charges through like Congress. That's how the impeachment process works. So he'd have to be like found guilty, and then it goes, does it start with the Senate and then goes to the House? I think it starts with the Senate. The Senate finds them basically like guilty or impeached or not, and then they pass that up to the Senate and then the House, and then they determine if he would be removed from office or not. He has been impeached 3 times, I think, 2 times for sure, and I think possibly a 3rd time there at the end of his last one, and he was not removed from office. So, and he was an insurrectionist, and he got reelected. So I don't see him being impeached, especially because the other thing we have to keep in mind is there's a majority of Democrats or of Republicans in the House and in the Senate. They are going to be the ones that would vote to impeach him. They're not going to do that. So that's not going to happen. The other thing that could happen is a 25th Amendment, which is saying basically that he's not mentally fit. But again, because Republicans have the majority in the House and the Senate, they would have to be the ones to essentially agree. I could see that happening if he gets a little too unhinged. I could see them maybe doing that. And then him being, or just dying. But yeah, that's how he gets out. That's how he would get out of office. Those are really the only options. Zen, there's nothing to stop them from cheating again. We live in an oligarchy now where they can cheat all they want. They know it. They've learned that they can, and they will continue. There's no repercussions. There's no reason for people to stop. Okay. Deb K, yes, we have to put our fear into action. I love that. Yeah, Susie, it is rare. It is really rare for a kid, and it's especially rare. It's more common for girls than boys. So his surgeon kept joking with us that he's like, tell your sister I'll see her next year, because Lola is a year and a half younger than Bryant, and it's more common for girls to have it. So, and my oldest son, he's 27. I always forget if he's 26 or 27. My 27-year-old, he's already had his gallbladder out. I have mine out. Bryant now has his out. My dad, my aunt, everybody, both of my sisters. Like, our family does not do well with gallbladders. Nathan, did I answer? Was that, I see, Nathan, you said, did you see my question, Bobbie? Was that the one I answered? So Taylor Gang asks, will him removing us from the World Health Organization cause us to go into another pandemic? So it won't cause us to go into another pandemic, but what it's going to do is when the next pandemic happens, which it is going to happen, we're not going to be connected to the information that we need to be connected to. We're not going to be a part of that hub, part of that network where countries are sharing information so that they can stop the spread of contagious diseases, and prevent pandemics. Trump has just basically, America first, so pulled us out of there. So there's, yeah. So there will be, I do believe there will be, there will be an impact from that. Thank you guys for all of your sweet well wishes for my son. I really appreciate you guys. I know, Deb K. I can't. JD Vance's children are, half Indian. Yes. Yes, it is. There is no logic, and it is just hate and divisiveness. That's how they do it. It's like they like scare people like, "Oh, your kids are gonna go to school and they're gonna come back and they're gonna have a sex change." And it's like, and people believe this. I'm not gonna say that. Someone I know told me that that's why she voted for him, because she's worried about kids having sex changes. I think she has bigger things to worry about than that. Yeah, John, I'm not sure about that with ICE, what they're gonna do. Hi, Fran. Oh, yeah, and the birthright citizenship, he wants to end birthright citizenship. That's in our Constitution. So for all those people who say he respects our Constitution, he's not gonna change our Constitution. So anyone, Jane, what they have said is that if they go in to get someone who is a criminal to deport, if anyone else is there, wives, children, anything like that, that are undocumented, they will be removed as well. Okay, guys, I need to check something really quick over here in my chat. I am looking to see how to change my chat. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. So here is what we're going to do now. So we've been this live is, I did the first 30 minutes where everyone can have access to this. However, this is my members only live. So actually went over a little bit. So I'm going to be switching over now for my members only portion. So if you are not a member, then the feed will probably quit. If you are interested in staying with us and being able to ask your questions and have them answered for the members only portion, the link to join that is in the description box down below. My membership is just 99 cents a month. So it's very affordable. However, no pressure at all. If it's something that's not in your budget, I totally understand. I want to thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me and hanging out with the rest of the group. And I'm about to switch it over now to the members only portion. So if you are a member, stay tuned. And it will be us in just a moment. Thank you guys so much. And if you're leaving here, I will see you next time. Okay. So we should still be live. I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom of our comments. Try to get caught up here. Okay. All right, you guys. So for everybody who's still here with me, do you guys have any questions that you'd like to have answered? You'd like me to pull any cards for? It is your time now. Okay, you guys, am I having technical difficulties? If you guys are still with me, someone give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you guys can still hear me and you're still with me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Nathan, thank you. Okay. Yay, we're here. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Susie says, when will the final solution to the orange monster come about? That's a really good question, Susie. That is a really good question. Yay, I'm so glad I was able to switch over from like the public live to you guys. Okay, let's look at this. This is a really good question, Susie. What are we looking at as far as the, what's going to be the ultimate thing that, how do we want to word this? What is going to ultimately stop Trump? What is going to ultimately stop Trump? Oh, wait, hold on, guys. You can't see my cards. I'm getting all excited, and you guys can't see why I'm excited. Okay, first card, 2 of Cups. And then the second card, crossing it, 10 of Swords reversed. A friend, a partnership, someone is going to stab him in the back, betray him. He is going to be completely betrayed. This is super interesting. Okay, King of Wands reversed. So King of Wands reversed, this is someone who makes like rash or impulsive decisions. This is someone who doesn't think things out. This is someone who is really reactionary. Okay, male energy. This is also a double fire sign. Does anyone know Elon's what his stars or his sun sign is and what his rising is? it would be really interesting to find out if they are. Here, you know what, guys? Let me just take a peek. I'm wondering if this is Elon. So let's just look. Elon birth chart. Let me see what I can find here for Elon. Okay. He's a Cancer. His moon is in Virgo, which is an Earth. His Mercury is in Cancer. His ascendant is Cancer. Okay, that explains a lot. So he's a whiny crybaby. Yeah. Okay. So this, I don't know if this is referring to Elon or not. It is a dangerous question, Susie. It's very dangerous. Okay. So what's he headed towards? He's headed towards generosity. He's headed towards someone being generous. Someone being generous and taking him out. I hate to say that, but Susie, you might be onto something. It's generosity, but it's also being, again, fair and balanced. So him being taken, if he's taken out or whatever takes him out of whatever, it's something that's just, it's something that's fair. This is a lack of activity, a lack of foresight. He has no idea. He has no clue that somebody could want him like dead and that it could actually be an issue. Like, he is one of those people who, even though he almost got shot, he still is like, it hasn't sunk in because he's such a narcissist that he can't imagine that he would ever like die. So he has like zero foresight about this. Interesting. So what the challenge is for taking him out is indecision. So we have inactivity and indecision. Inactivity and indecision. Can I get 2 cards, please, Spirit, for the energy of what is ultimately going to take his life force? How is his life force going to be? False success. Bad partnerships. I'm thinking the Hierophant reverse. It's going to be a government, for entertainment purposes only. It's going to be a government hit. They might make it look like an assassination, like it's not the government, but I think we're looking at the opportunity. If we look at the energy as it sits right now, right as it is, I think that this is going to be like a CIA hit situation where, because I think that the kid, Thomas Crooks, I think that was a CIA hit. I think that kid was under some kind of MK Ultra situation, and I very much believe that was a setup. So I do believe that he's going to be taken out by the government, but they're going to hide it. They're going to make it look like it was, an assassin. Yeah, that it was set up. Yep. Don Jr. Don Jr. is a mess. That guy has no clue. He has no clue at all. He is just, and what's so sad is he keeps saying stuff like, Coke, it's not for me. It's not for me. Like, I'm not Hunter Biden. And it's like, do you honestly think that people believe you? Oh, JD is a sellout. JD is such a sellout. JD will do anything that he's told to do. It is juicy for entertainment purposes only. Hi, honey. We're gonna do the steak and fries, okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, it just hurts a little and I'm hungry.
Okay, all right. 7 o'clock, okay? I love you, honey. That is my little guy who just had his gallbladder removed. He's hobbling in here. He breaks my heart. Yes, as teacher planner. This is juicy. I don't think it'll be SEAL team. It could be. It could be. I shouldn't say that. I think because when RFK was assassinated, and same with JFK, they have there's the lone gunman theory, but then it's always ends up people no, there were multiple people shooting from different sides, or there's different trajectories, so it has to be multiple shooters, but they try to say it's a lone gunman. So for all we know, it could be SEAL Team 6, and then it just gets blamed on. Thank you, Nathan. You're so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. He's really doing a lot better. He's doing a lot better. He's coming in here. He's like, what's for dinner? They all wanted smoothies and boba at 4 o'clock. So I was like, okay, we're going to have a late dinner, you guys, because I haven't even finished my smoothie yet. And he's like, I'm hungry. Yeah. They are such a hate-filled group of people. And it's, thank you for the positive vibes. It's so crazy to me. So the situation with the preacher who called him out, the bishop who, didn't even really call him out. I mean, she did call him out, but she, it's a coconut smoothie and it's amazing. They make it at the boba place, and the people there, so good. But they, for Trump to say that he deserves an apology, that's his new thing, is he's saying that she needs to apologize to him for saying that he should have mercy on those that are marginalized and that are scared. And this is the world we live in. It's like, you can't make this shit up. To our international allies who the orange evil is threatening to take him seriously, do they know he does not represent the American people? It is usually a 3-point hit. Let's take a look and see. How is America viewed on the world stage? One thing I can tell you guys, so I'm reading this book. It's called The Untold History of the United States. It was written by Oliver Stone and Peter Kuznick, and they had a limited series on it too, but this is a companion book, so it's stuff in it that's not in the series. So that's a really good place to start if you're interested in this. But really, if you start digging into history, especially World War, any history really, the United States has been a corrupt, terrible country. We have overthrown so many governments in the name of profit. There is a company called United Fruit, and because of United Fruit, we have overthrown multiple governments to these people that were, that ended up causing so many issues for so many people for so many years. And now we're looking at, wars with these countries. And it was like Iran. We totally screwed with Iran. People do not like Americans. And I have to say, after the stuff that I've researched, America has been terrible. Terrible. Now, I don't mean the American, us American people. I mean, some of our American people are terrible, but it's the government. Our government is so corrupt. Oh, the things that we've done to other countries. I can't believe we haven't been attacked already, really attacked for the crap we've done. The crap we've done to Russia now. Russia, terrible. Okay. Terrible, terrible country. Terrible, terrible leader. No, the country's not terrible, but terrible, terrible leader. And they've done some really, really bad stuff. Okay. Really bad history. With that being said, the United States has screwed over Russia again and again and again. We told Russia was single-handedly winning World War II, but they needed help. And we told them, we'll get in the war, but we need to wait. So Russia's like, they lost 6 or 8 million men, soldiers, civilians, people. 8 million casualties in World War II. U.S. kept putting them off. So then the U.S. promised that they would send supplies. They didn't send nearly what they promised, and then the stuff that they sent was defective. So they sent aluminum for them to make like wartime things out of aluminum, but the aluminum that they received was defective. So it wasn't even, they couldn't even use it. And things like that continued and continued through World War II. And then Russia and the US had decided that Russia was like finishing up what they were doing in Germany. And then they were going at this like certain date, they were going to join back in, and they were going to help the US fight Japan. And if they did that, then the US said that they could take this like land. Well, the US didn't want them to do that. So instead of like allowing them to join the war and end the war, they bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki so that Russia couldn't get their cut of the pie. So there's that. All righty. Susie, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, first card we have is literally the card for government. So we're right on the money. This is the government. This is our government. We're wondering, what do people think of our government? What do they think of our institution? I cannot make this stuff up. They feel like they have been stabbed in the back by the U.S. The U.S. has hurt them over and over and over again by its policies and the things that it does. They think that the U.S. is a failure. It's crazy. This is recent past. This is like walking away. This is disappointment. This is absolute disappointment in the U.S. This is like just walking away. This is like, we don't even want to deal with these people. Like we're walking away. There's no reason here anymore. But, fruits of labor coming and financial independence. That's really interesting. I'm wondering if, because we're looking at what other countries think of the U.S., and this is walking away, and this is what's coming, I almost feel like they're going to benefit more financially from severing their partnerships with the U.S. They're going to do better than if they remained in this mess. They're like having to do everything. They're having to concede everything. And the U.S. gives them nothing. And they're tired of it. They're tired of it. And with the U.S. dollar falling, they're like, we're not going to do all this heavy lifting anymore for the U.S. Forget it. It's silly. And what we don't see coming, what people don't see coming is there's this absolute lack of energy around the United States and interacting with the United States and forming relationships and building relationships. I think that people are doing the bare minimum. They're keeping the peace and doing what they have to do, but they don't want anything beyond that. They don't want a partner. It's like they just want to survive the next 4 years is really the energy that I'm getting. Yeah. Susie, you're so sweet. I appreciate you so much. Nathan Baker celebrates 1 month of membership. Nathan, congratulations, my friend. Aww. I love that. Okay, you guys, we have 5 minutes left. I have to keep strong to my 7 o'clock time because I got hungry kiddos. Nathan, that's so great. I'm so glad you're a part of this community. That's so fantastic. All right, you guys, any last little things you want to chit chat about? One thing I do want to say is that I want you all to really focus on taking care of yourselves. All right. Take care of yourself so that you have the energy to take care of other people. Right now, what the the US needs more than anything right now is helpers. And we can be the helpers, okay? And being a helper can be something really, really big and major, or it can be something really, really small. Oh, Nathan, I love you. So if your way of contributing is just, if all you can do is walk down the street and give a couple strangers a smile, that is phenomenal, because there are so many people that aren't even doing that. And if you can do more, do more. Do what fills your heart with joy. So if it's helping other people, find a way you can help other people. If it's creating content online, I can say, like, Nathan, one thing, like, you are such a major help for me. You have no idea. And keep doing that. If you like doing that, keep doing that, because you bring me so much joy and it's so helpful. So, Susie, you're so sweet, Susie. I appreciate you so much. But find those ways. I hate his bark. Find those ways that you guys can be. Stop, Lily. The helpers. Hold on. I'm going to open my door because they're going to bark unless I do it. You guys want to be free range puppies? There you go. You're free. Lily, go on. So, yes, it's just all about what you can do. I see Susie coming through with a warning. By the way, warning. But find ways to bring joy into your life. Yes, keep your vibrations high. It's like, yeah, there's like some really crappy stuff, We're facing some really scary stuff. And then there's people who are facing even scarier things. You've been tossed off of YouTube for a few times for posting, Susie. I'm curious to know if I'm going to be deplatformed. And if it happens, I'll just make a new YouTube. Follow my other channel, Bobbie Reads, and it'll just be the backup one. Yeah, it's just, I could sit and I could read the news all day and I could get sick to my stomach, or I could say, you know what, I'm not going to let this asshole impact my day at all. And that's what I tried to do. So, excuse my colorful language tonight. When I get sleepy, when I'm sleepy, my filter is gone. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I think, the 8 a.m. Yeah. When I post those in the morning, Susie, I do, like the premieres, I do them. I just set them at like, it's 6 a.m. my time, but you can just watch it on the replay. No, or on the, not even, yeah. When it's just, yeah. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes for the premieres I'm on, sometimes I'm not. A lot of the times I'm not, because that's the time where I'm getting my kids up and trying to get them out the door to school. So sometimes I'm there and sometimes I'm not. I like to be there, but sometimes I find if I'm in the chat, people are quieter. So it's almost better to, like, I think, not be there. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because when I do lives, people are like really talkative, but yeah. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast here. But I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you guys so very, very much. You have no idea. It's such a small thing, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to be a member of my channel. And I want you to know that I will never take that for granted. And I very, very much appreciate you guys. And I really like the time we spend together. And it's because of people like you that I keep doing this. Because there's times when I get comments where I'm like, I'm quitting YouTube. People are too mean. But then it's like, no. It's okay. Shake it off. So, all right, you guys. Well, I am going to end it here. Thank you.